Hello. So we have another Wet and Wild topic today. We'll see if this one is just as controversial. But this is the Mega Inky lip color. We're doing the review, the swatches, the shades, the wear test, all of it. We're going to get right into this one. I haven't had a chance to post this one on Reddit yet because of the order that I'm doing everything. So we have a little summary here. This is a full coverage, high pigment matte liquid lipstick. It's 3 shades at $6 each. The formula is a lightweight matte finish. It doesn't dry or flake. And it comes in a square tube with a triangular applicator, sold at most major retailers. All right, so I have all the Wet n Wild Mega Inky lip color shades. I'm doing a detailed review with swatches and a rating, and I'm going to help you find your favorite shade, okay? I'm kind of surprised by this release because matte liquid lipsticks, full coverage, long wearing is not what the market is really into. Maybe as we move out of Clean Girl and more into 2016, that it will become that. And I find it interesting that Wet n Wild kind of predicted that and came out with these. Although a year ago they came out with the same kind of concept, but it was the glitter liquid lipsticks. It's just weird. In the world of all the lip oils and the lip balms that come in the tube and all that stuff, this is kind of out of left field, right? But this is my favorite type of lip color. I'll just never fully be a glossy transfer person. I love a lockdown all day lip color, okay? So let's get you into the details, the claims, the price. This is a full coverage matte liquid lipstick that is designed for long wear and high pigment payoff. The brand positions it as a one swipe formula that locks in bold color with a smooth, flexible matte finish that does not feel tight or cakey on your lips. So Wet n Wild's claims are 16 hours of wear with color that stays vibrant from morning to night. The texture, they describe it as creamy, smooth, so it glides on evenly and sets to a fade-free matte finish once it is dry. Application should be straightforward. Apply an even layer to clean, dry, exfoliated lips. Allow the product to dry completely before pressing your lips together. That's an interesting note, but I tried that. I didn't really play with it when it was wet, but nothing was like when you like stick your lips together and you pull it apart and things are kind of patchy. Never happened, okay? So it comes in this square tube. It has a triangular applicator and it really will give you the controlled, precise application. I applied all of these without lip liner. So that means you have to kind of line the lip with the product. I didn't do it perfect, but you're going to see it in the photos. That's why having a lip liner is really great to ensure you're getting a crisp line, but I like to show the color as is. So it did pretty good without having a lip liner. You have to get really close like we are in those photos to see I didn't get the line fully straight, okay? So right now, new release, 3 shades, $6 each, and it's affordable. So summary, one swipe, full coverage of bold, high impact color, designed to last up to 16 hours with a flexible matte finish, square tube packaging with a triangular doe foot applicator, affordable at $6 each. Where to buy? So this is part of the 2026 new products release. It's a bit more available than some of the other products so far. So they are on Amazon, they're on Walmart, Walgreens, CVS in store. You'll probably find them right now, and they're on Wet n Wild's website. Of course, the prices vary a little bit depending on the retailer. Walgreens is coming in at $6.99, so $7, but everybody else isn't. So it's expensive at Walgreens, okay? But I'm sure as time goes on, it'll be fully available everywhere. Just give them a couple of months, okay? So moving to the ingredients, and it has plenty of polymers, emollients, skin conditioning oils, and that's what keeps it comfortable on the lips. I don't know how to pronounce all these key ingredients, but there is a solvent that gives it smooth application, a film former, and that is commonly what gives these type of liquid lipsticks a long wear effect. Dimethicone keeps it soft, almost kind of like protects the lips, if you will. Silica and other types of silicas, fancy words, give you that smooth velvety texture. Dimethicone, cross polymers, bentonite, all of that helps the pigment stay suspended within the formula so you get an even color payoff. There's avocado oil and acetates, which makes it moisturizing. It doesn't change the way your lips feel, but like your lips don't dry out when you're wearing it, okay? So there's other ingredients that like preservatives, stabilizers, colorants, all the things that you would expect, and fancy things that I can't pronounce, and all the different ingredients that are the colorants, right? But together, they're going to give you that bold, vibrant color that also stays flexible formula-wise on the lips, okay? So these are full coverage, yield, matte liquid lipsticks, literally like 2016 again, but they feel soft, they feel flexible. So unlike a lot of formulas that dry out and they flake and they get stiff, this one stays very smooth. It's creamy, okay? It's lightweight, and it is designed for long-lasting wear. It stays vibrant all day without cracking, flaking, or feeling tight, and one swipe is literally all that you need to get that instant color payoff, okay? So the product comes in a square tube with a triangular doe foot applicator, making it very easy to apply precisely and evenly. The texture and the formula balances pigment comfort and longevity, making it ideal if you want that yield matte look, okay? So the swatches and the shades. I see a little typo that I have to fix here. That's why we do these things real time. Just the way that we roll here. Fixed. So I have all the swatches. I've tried my damnedest to make sure that I swatched everything evenly and nicely. So hopefully nobody can come out and make any comments about how I do my swatches, okay? So you got Desert Crush. That's like the mauve-y, rosy shade. My favorite type of shade. Oh, yes. It reads very, wearable on fair skin. I think these are all wearable. You do you with your lip color, okay? Red Revival is your classic red. It is saturated. It's vibrant. It doesn't pull pink. It doesn't pull orange. It might be a blue red. I'm not really good at judging that, but I mean, it's pretty straight on. And Bare Intention, it's very similar to Desert Crush. I'm gonna say that, but you can't see the difference. They're trying that to be more of like a soft brown, but it's leaning into that mauve a little bit, okay? So on fair skin, for it being a bare, like a neutral nude for what they're going for, it does lean deeper, okay? More of a sculpting shade. But no matter the shade, they're all opaque in one swipe. They have smooth, they have even coverage. They're really nice. I like them very much. They're true matte, and I also like when they dry down, like they're true to color. It's not like their lip liner stains. They dry down dark, and the liquid lipsticks also dry down darker, and I feel like I have a hard time pairing them with liners and stuff and other products because they're deceptive. You don't get that here. No patchiness, no streaking, not in the swatches, not in my stress test, wear test. So I have all the swatches. I show them all on my lips, my real, just how they are lips. So summary, all three shades are opaque in a single swipe. They're true to color. They don't dry down darker. You get an even smooth application on fair skin, and you get a true matte finish with no visible patchiness. So let's get into the review. So full coverage in one swipe, intense pigment. They're vibrant, they're bold, and you get that eye-catching look. So the applicator is this cute like little triangle. But what I want to say is the formula is on the wet side, and that's not really a bad thing, but the applicator holds a lot of product, and I recommend you wipe some off on the inner part of the packaging, like on the lip. And if you do that, you're going to have a much easier time lining your lip and getting a straight line. And it's just going to feel better on the lip. Like the first day I put it on, like full on, and I think it led to it feeling stickier than usual once it's set down. And it was just harder to line the lip. So just wipe some of that off and you'll be good to go. It dries quickly like normal. Evenly, and you get smooth color. There's no patchiness. It's true matte. It doesn't darken, and when it dries down, it has a little bit of a sticky texture. It doesn't bother me. It really makes me think of Maybelline Superstay, like the matte ink line with the white lid. It reminds me of that. It's still not exactly that, but it's the closest thing that I can think of. And there's virtually no transfer. So I do show in a video it doesn't pass the kiss test. But when it comes to like me drinking an entire coffee. There was a little bit that wore off on the mug, not a whole lot to speak of. You get a little bit on a straw, but it survived eating saucy foods and all of that. So eating and drinking it does okay, perfectly fine, and I don't even have to reapply it. So I mean, it's a winner, okay? And um, it lasts. It lasts for hours. If you do want to touch it up, just put a little bit. It's not going to get gunky or weird or anything like that. And I would say, best of all, it doesn't crack. It doesn't dry out the lips. We don't get flaky. We have nothing bad going on. Like, I can feel that I'm wearing lip color a little bit, you know? It doesn't bother me. So yeah, it really stands out in my mind as being just easy to apply with intense pigmentation, but not drying out the lips. The stickiness, I'm thinking, is probably intentional. That's what keeps it fresh on the lips. Because it works for Maybelline, okay? So whether you prefer something neutral or bold, there's a shade that's going to fit your makeup style here, okay? For the most part. And it's a standout choice if you're getting back into liquid lipsticks, okay? And I have a table here for all the factors you might want to consider when you're doing your purchasing. But just to summarize, it is intense pigment with full coverage in one swipe. The wet formula dries down quickly and evenly. There's no transfer once it sets, for the most part, virtually. And comfortable wear without cracking or drying. And I'll take you through the steps, you know, if you want to get yourself set up for success in making these long wearing. This applies to all lip color, okay? It's not special, but you want to have clean, dry lips that you've exfoliated, right? So exfoliate, and then maybe put on a little bit of lip balm, your favorite lip balm, your favorite lip mask, a little bit of Wet n Wild lip oil, okay? Dab some of that on. Just make sure you wipe it off before you go ahead and put your lip color on, okay? Apply one even layer. Let it dry down completely. Don't press your lips together. And if you need to touch up, go ahead and do that. But I'm telling you, you won't need to touch it up, okay? So that's that. I mean, you should follow those steps with any kind of lip color, okay? So move on to wear test and longevity notes here. So I have a whole video that is coming out where I'm going to show a whole wear test of going out to eat and all of that. And it's good. So again, full coverage, matte color, stays vibrant and true to shade, virtually no transfer. It dries down with a slightly sticky finish like Maybelline Super Stay, and that helps it cling to the lips and maintain intensity. And hopefully I'll compare those two. Over several hours of normal eating, drinking, talking, the color remains even, no cracking, no flaking. You can touch it up if you want and it won't get crazy looking on you. And even after several hours of wear, my lips stay comfortable, hydrated, the inner lip doesn't get weird. I can feel the product on the lips, but it doesn't bother me. And it lasts all day. It's bold. It's true to color. What more do you want? I think they're perfectly good matte liquid lipsticks. I do. I rated them 5 out of 5 stars. But to summarize, they last for hours with minimal fading. They have a slightly sticky finish to lock in the color. No cracking or flaking during wear. And they're easy to touch up without getting heavy. The pros and cons. They are full coverage in one swipe with intense, vibrant pigment. They are true matte, true to color, long wearing, virtually no transfer, smooth, even application with no patchiness, comfortable on the lips, and they don't cause cracking or dryness. They have a lightweight feeling despite the all-day wear. They're easy to touch up without getting heavy or weird. And that triangular applicator will give you a clean, precise line. Cons, the formula is on the wet side. The applicator can dispense too much product. Slight stickiness once they're dry, similar to other long wear liquid lipsticks. And there's only 3 shades right now. That's sad. They always release very few shades when they're doing a new lip product, and then you have to hope and pray for more. But let's go over the frequently asked questions. Is it transfer proof? No, matte liquid lipstick is really 100% transfer proof. This is very close. Again, doesn't pass the kiss test, but it does really good with food, water, talking, that sort of thing. How long does it last? It lasts all day. It lasts as long as you want it to. It rarely needs a touch up. Doesn't fade. Does it crack? Does it flake? Not on me. It's flexible. It stays smooth even after hours of wear. I don't see anything going wrong with it. It stays intact. Is it comfortable for being full coverage and matte? Yes, it is. I feel it. I know it's there. It doesn't bother me. It's not dry. It's not tight. No discomfort. Can you layer it without it getting patchy? You absolutely can. I'd recommend if you're going to do another layer, just go with thin layers for sure. And it only comes in 3 shades. Is it cruelty free and vegan? It doesn't exactly say, but a lot of Wet n Wild's products are. So this could be. I'm unsure. But anyway, Wet n Wild, if you are here, are you in the building? If you're listening, I want some more shades of these, like an entire shade range, not just limited edition drops. Okay? I know you're going to do that, but I want some more. I want a shade range of these like we had for the megalast liquid catsuits. Okay? For sure. And my favorite shade, you know, it's Desert Crush. It's the mauve shade. Okay? That's it. So short and sweet with this one. It's only 3 lip colors. What are you going to say? But they're a good buy. And that's a good buy to you. See you next time.